of our trucks trying to bring some folks into the Weather Channel, just a scene outside. So throughout the day as you're watching us, if you notice we go off the air for a few seconds, this is due to the winds that we're seeing with this storm, as well as the heavy snow that we've seen, approximately 8 inches in the Atlanta metro. And this is also out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, where they have seen anywhere between 13 and 15 inches of snow falling in that area. Records have been set over many locations of the South, either barometric pressure or snowfall totals, and we'll continue to see this as this thing is deepening. Right now it's about over Columbia, South Carolina, and it's continuing its trek to the north. On our radar picture right now, we show you the area in dark green, if you notice, now moving into parts of Maryland, indicating where we do have very, very heavy snows. In fact, thunder snow reported around Newark, New Jersey, and what that means is the snow is coming down even harder than it normally would, so anywhere from 1 to 3 inches an hour when you get the thunder and the lightning, and we had that in fact pass through Atlanta early this morning, and now the majority of the very heavy snow is starting to scoot up toward the nation's capital, and we've got snow reported all the way up into parts of Maine now. So even though the area of low pressure is right over parts of South Carolina, it shows the intensity of this thing as it's moving up to the northeast, with all the precipitation spreading well into the northeastern United States. So we are expecting very, very heavy snows from this. Here's a closer look then. BWI Baltimore down throughout D.C. and Salisbury all reporting in with some heavy snow. And in fact, around Salisbury, actually, that's changing over to rain now as some of the warmer air works in. So right along the coast could be a close call along the coastal sections, changing over to rain, and that's what we're seeing at this hour. Now a bit further to the south we'll take you, and we'll take you into Georgia, show you the snow's now starting to taper off a bit across parts of Alabama, but we have seen record amounts in Birmingham, Alabama, and a little bit of light snow still continues, and I assume most of the roadways are still closed. Northern Alabama had closed their roadways earlier, advising absolutely no travel, folks. I mean, this is a dangerous situation. We've got the winds now coming in behind the system, and throughout Florida we've had reports of sustained winds anywhere from the west to southwest at about 35 to 45 miles an hour. So this storm really means business as it's pulling on through. Okay, let's take you to some snowfall totals then, and we'll check it out for you. Here we go. Birmingham, Alabama, that basically 13 inches. This was a couple of hours ago. I believe Asheville now is up to 15 inches. It's still snowing very heavily in the western parts of the Carolinas. Mobile, Alabama coming in with a couple of inches of snow. So spring breakers today, we were down in Panama City and Pensacola, thought they could escape into some warmer weather. Not so. We had snow falling all the way into the Florida Panhandle, and some strong storms passing through Florida as well. Here's what our storm history looks like since yesterday morning. We can see the swath of snow from northern Alabama that skirted the northern parts of Georgia and now on its way through West Virginia, snowing very heavily right now across most of West Virginia and up into parts of Maryland. And we're going to continue to see this path move to the northeast. Expected amounts, this is just through tomorrow morning, we could see upwards of 2 to 4 feet of snow from the storm as it comes on through. So New York City, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, we're going to be looking at major snows for you. I know the snow is coming down very heavily across your region, and it's only going to continue through tomorrow morning as we watch this storm move up the coast. So blizzard conditions for the entire eastern third of the United States will continue. Folks, stay at home. Don't try to drive out there, because you're basically going to get out of the driveway and the car is going to be stuck somewhere on the road. So let's just stay home for today. We're going to have winds gusting to 50 miles per hour or greater along the coast, 30 miles per hour as you head in. And as I mentioned, around Atlanta right now we have northwest winds at 39 miles an hour.